crazy misogynist engineered The View. The View, you don't need to find Trumpers. You need to fire your race baiters. There are so many brilliant women out there. None of them are on The View. You had people on there before and you ran them off. So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sonny, and was it Bette Midler?
Yeah, that's right.
There's no coming back from this one. Tyrus didn't just criticize The View. He completely exposed the dysfunction that everyone's been seeing for years. Instead of tossing casual shade, he tore the whole thing down, calling out the hypocrisy, the bad takes, and the chaos behind the scenes. This wasn't some random jab, it was a full-on reckoning. He said what so many people have been thinking, but were too afraid to say. At this point, The View looks beyond saving. And while no one's asking for more pro-Trump voices at the table, the non-stop race baiting isn't helping either.
Find Trumpers. You need to fire your race baiters.
Yeah.
You need to fire the two races. You've had people. You had a McCain on there. You had people on there before and you ran them off. So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sonny, and was it Bette Midler?
Yeah, that's right.
Bette Midler. Fire them.
The real
and
issue
bring people
lies
in.
with
Maybe you could
hosts
get McCain
like
to
Sunny
come back.
Hostin and
She was
Whoopi Goldberg, who seem to thrive on creating division. Remember Meghan McCain? She was the only genuine conservative voice on the panel. Yet the atmosphere was so toxic, she was often brought to tears. It was never about balance. It was about having a scapegoat. If the network actually cared, the CEO would step in and put a stop to it. No more casual hostility, no more double standards, and no more race-based jabs. Viewers are tuning out because they're tired of watching a show that uses racial tension as a marketing gimmick hand. Tired of seeing anyone who disagrees get torn apart. It's no secret that The View thrives on drama, but some of the hosts don't just stir the pot.
Because she was being attacked. So the problem is that you have to go after the racist people. And if be the CEO goes, you know what, I'm not going to allow a woman on my show or man that will go after white America and talk about them like dogs. That doesn't represent our ideals and values for anyone. And get rid of those people. And this will clear up real quick. You got black racists on TV who could just go all day and say anything about white people. And I guess lo and behold, they forgot that there's a lot of people at home, white people at home during
Nearly
the day
every discussion gets framed around race. And when they make offensive or racially charged remarks, there's never any real accountability. Imagine the outrage if a conservative said even half of what Ana Navarro or Sunny Hostin have said. Instead, the media looks the other way. Sunny routinely dismisses differing opinions based on skin color, even ridiculing minorities who lean conservative as if thinking independently is somehow wrong. And when Navarro once suggested that all nannies are Latino, it barely made a ripple. If the roles were reversed, it would have been a national scandal. But the double standard protecting The View is still going strong.
However, is very much in place when it comes to The View.
I think the problem is that we have an elite group of narcissistic morons. I wish that was a joke, but it's not. They don't. To go on TV every day to objectively talk about something, you have to study, you have to research the pros and cons. And both candidates, you should find things you like.
And just when you think the circus has hit its peak,
that's why
it somehow gets worse. Pure chaos. One moment they're targeting a single group, and the next, no one's safe. Watching someone try and fail to rewrite reality live on air is almost unbelievable. And just wait to see who gets thrown under the bus next. The meltdown keeps escalating, and that's exactly why people can't stop watching.
And stayed up all night checking sources and this, that, whatever. When you get The View, who are like, I don't have to think anything. I don't like them. and I'm rich, so you shouldn't like him either. And I can say anything because no one's going to check me. I surround myself with people. They'll have one puppet Republican who is scared to death to say anything against them, or if she does come out, they'll interrupt her nonstop. So there's this level of stupidity, and it spreads because they don't have to.
Let's be real. The View stopped being a talk show a long time ago. It's become an echo chamber, dressed up in daytime TV glitter. The same tired opinions get recycled day after day until repetition starts sounding like truth. Genuine debate is gone, replaced by a predictable loop of talking points that discourage any real questioning. That's exactly how cancel culture spiraled out of control. Yesterday's hot take is today's career render. And while some on the left still treat the show like gospel, plenty of others are simply fed up with the same worn-out script.
I have been wasting network money lying to you. So they have to double down and go even stupider.
Yeah.
And keep saying things like, I only watch because of the clips. You force us to watch The View.
I do.
This is exactly why people are finally speaking up.
Good.
And credit where it's due, Dylan delivered one of the most brutally honest, hilarious takedowns yet. It was raw, sharp, and everything viewers have been waiting for. But take a look at who they keep bringing on as hosts. Most seem completely disconnected from reality, and it shows in every conversation. Imagine if, instead of chasing constant drama, the show actually focused on real substance. Imagine if the male voices on the panel were given genuine airtime instead of being sidelined. Tyrus was right. The show had the potential to be so much more.
Age and cringe because they get caught up in their lives. So what do? The new word is misogynistic. And guess what? Their only mistake was they blamed white men. They forgot that black men, Hispanic men, and Asian men too. So that's the new thing. And then they're like, oh, it's just men. And then they're like, well, 53% of women. Oh, it's stupid women and men. So they'll just keep going until they're
This
down
is why
to the only
people
thing
are
you can
finally
trust
speaking out.
is a penguin.
And to be fair, Tim Dillon absolutely nailed it. His takedown was sharp, funny, and brutally honest. Exactly what audiences have been craving. But look at the lineup of hosts. So many seem completely out of touch, and it's obvious every time they speak. Just imagine if the show focused on real discussions instead of endless drama. Imagine if the male hosts actually got a fair shot, instead of being pushed aside. Tyrus had a point. The show could have been something far better than the spectacle it's become.